Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome back to the daily forecast for Monday, April 1st, 2024. Happy Moon's Day to you. Also, happy April Fool's Day. Trust nothing, trust no one. Everything could be not what it appears at first. But also, if you are having to plan any little lighthearted pranks, the very best of luck to you because we live in such bizarre world. I'm not sure what you could come up with, but at all events, enjoy the day. It is Aries season. We are in the Celtic tree month of Alder. Mercury retrograde begins today because, we just needed that little extra layer of something to, really get April off to a good jolt. And we are also in a period of the waning moon. So lots going on. Let's delve a little bit deeper into today's astrology. The sun is in Aries, cardinal fire representing courage. The moon begins in the third quarter Capricorn, a cardinal earth sign representing ambition. Then at 10:15 p.m. Central Time, it will go into the fourth quarter. Mercury is in the sign of Aries, a cardinal fire sign representing alertness. And then at 5:14 p.m. Central Time, it goes retrograde. It will not end until April 25th. And when Mercury's in this position with the retrograding, expect a lot of fiery tempers. Venus is in Pisces, a mutable water sign representing compassion. Mars is in Pisces, mutable water representing curiosity. Jupiter is in Taurus, fixed earth sign representing practicality. Saturn is in Pisces, mutable water representing nostalgia. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth representing renovation. Neptune is in Pisces, mutable water representing imaginativeness. And Pluto is in Aquarius, a fixed air sign representing reformation. So you can see everything's getting off to a feisty and, if I might say, a bit of a testy mood today. So tread very carefully today. And of course, remember the watchwords of Mercury retrograde: rethink, revise, redo. When you go back into the editing phase, when you're trying to tidy up existing things, when you're trying to make sure the I's are dotted and the T's crossed, you're going to have a more successful approach to the retrograde than if you're just trying to plow ahead like nothing's happening. I see people try it. I see people every single Mercury retrograde say, it's just all psychological, and if people just pulled themselves together, it would be fine. And then, as the retrograde period wanes on, they don't seem to be doing fine despite their complete rejection of that energy. So just do yourself a favor. This is like weather conditions. If it's raining and you stand in the rain, you will get red. If it's Mercury retrograde and you try to carry on like everything's normal, you're going to have more than your fair share of hiccups in your road. So plan accordingly. Plan accordingly, gang. So the moon is a waning crescent right now. So rest, reflect, and purge things. It's all about letting go. It's all about getting things tidied up in preparation for the new moon that will be coming. Because we are going into that Capricorn moon, some do's are strategize, organize, and pursue your goals. But the don'ts are, practicing coldness towards others and having a cold outlook on life in general. That's something to avoid. Don't get into any relationship messes right now, especially with the Mercury retrograde. Just don't give yourself that kind of migraine if you can avoid it. And of course, avoid legal entanglements if you can. Because this is the day of the moon and Luna is waning, that means that our projective energy within ourselves is waning as well. So embrace going inward. And as the Capricorn moon is thriving and pursuing ambition during the waning moon, I think we should perhaps pursue the ambition of honing in on our inner dreams, sorting ourselves out, working on healing. Really, this is a time for really very private workings. So, you can harness all of this energy and you can make it work well together. Look at what it can do as opposed to what you might want it to do. Just there are times to go with the flow. So, our tarot card for today, which this month we are taking our tarot cards from the Wildwood Tarot by Mark Ryan and John Matthews. The illustrations were done by Will Worthington. And today our card is the Ten of Bows. Now, the bows are akin to, let's see, I believe that in that deck, it's the arrows that are air, and it is the bows that are fire. So, think responsibility, taking personal responsibility, deciding that if you want something done, you're going to have to do it yourself. So you'll need to cultivate fortitude, stamina, and your determination. And the challenge is to rise to the occasion. Sometimes if the situation is not what you would desire, it doesn't matter what caused it. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. What matters is what are you going to do about it in the here and now. Focus on solving the problem and what needs to be done. That will be helpful today. Now, today's Celtic Triad reads three things which only the happy and the wise beware: the breaking of oaths, drunkenness, and vanity. With the oath breaking, the drunkenness, and vanity, these all seems like things that are generally best avoided. When we think about oath breaking, trust really is the basis for civilization. And when you have the destruction of trust, you have the end of a people, the destruction of a civilization, and people essentially, especially once it gets severe enough, rejecting anyone who is not good for their word, people who are misrepresenting themselves, their beliefs, and what they're going to be doing. And that's pretty much, if you want to understand what's going wrong with all the turmoil in our society politically and socially and even religiously. It really does boil down to a lot of people are oath breakers. They are untrustworthy. You cannot rely upon them to do what they ought to be doing, or even what they said that they would be doing. And I think people's patience is definitely waning. They've had enough. When it comes to drunkenness, it's one thing if you get a bit sloshed from time to time, but when it becomes habitual, when you are just always getting drunk and you can't drink without going to absolute excess, it becomes self-destructive very, very quickly. And it's the lack of moderation. I mean, there's nothing wrong with maybe having a beer a couple times a week or drinking a glass of wine of an evening. That isn't an issue. That's using alcohol really for its proper purpose. It's taking the edge off a little bit of stress. It's enjoyment for the flavor, and it's just kind of a nice thing. But when it becomes immoderate, then it starts, causing havoc with your finances, wreaking havoc with your relationships. And when it becomes about escapism rather than enjoyment, you're on the wrong track. And then with vanity, I really do see vanity as favoring form over substance, and it isn't about creating beauty. It's about not allowing that beauty to have genuine substance and having a very ill-defined sense of beauty of I want something because other people have it, and I think by having it, it will give me status. You aren't uh, you aren't investing in something because you genuinely like it. It's just because other people think it should be having, and you've got to keep up with the Joneses. It's about creating this illusion of an image, trying to puff yourself up, be more important, be more prominent than what you actually are. It's most unbecoming. And of course, pursuing any of these things does not result in happiness. So that's why the happy and the wise avoid these things. Now, today's magical intention is guidance. The color is white, the plant is the dandelion, the animal is the mouse, and the crystal is clear quartz. Now, I focused in on guidance because, as you know, the color white is associated with many magical intentions. But specifically because we are in Mercury retrograde, everything gets very murky very quickly. And we shouldn't be afraid to use our magic to gain a little bit of insight. And with insight often comes guidance and help us, clear everything up, being able to have more accurate vision. That can go a long way towards us navigating Mercury retrograde. Now, for our daily practices, it's the first of the month. That means it is time for a New Year's resolution check in. How are you doing with that? Are you still pursuing your goals? Did you fall off the wagon? Are you going to get yourself back up? Whatever intentions you set for yourself at the beginning of the year, you need to continue pursuing them. You need to keep going after that until you can cross that off your to-do list. There's something very satisfying about reaching a goal, so don't cheat yourself with that. Now, because it is April Fool's Day, what deity or deities do you think most enjoy the days of mischief? Think of the deities that you frequently work with. And if you do anything a little bit naughty, you might consider dedicating that little action to those deities that enjoy a good laugh. It's Monday, so you might think of offering to Artemis, engage in some dream work, and of course, play some selenite in your bedroom, particularly if you're wanting to get some prophetic dreams. That can be helpful. So, it's April, and I want to focus on the Fae in general. And today, our Fae of the day is the Selkie. Selkies are the ones that have the seal skins, and they guard their skins so they can return to the sea. So, as a journal prompt, I want you to consider the question of what do you guard, as if it was the key to your way home, the key to going back to the place where you have true belonging and you have comfort and you can most easily be yourself. What is that thing for you? And that is what I have for you for the daily forecast today. Come back tomorrow for another occasion of it. In the meantime, let me know what you think of all of this in the comments section below, or send me an email at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com, and we can have a chat there. But that'll do it for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.